Okay, in my last video, we made a lid for, we actually took a graphic and we carved it into a three-dimensional object. And so in this little week-long project, we're going to make a box, and our intent is to 3D print the box. And so things like the fit of the lid to the base of the box is important. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to make a box that isn't a rectangle. Because the rectangle is kind of limiting. So I started a sketch. I'm going to insert a DXF, and there's no DXFs available. So let's go add one. We're going to import the fish. And this is a fish, but it's not the right one. Let's go to downloads and see if we can find a fish. Fish, DXF, boom, there it is. And so the fish is now uploaded, and we're going to insert the fish. Zoom out. So this fish is huge. So we need to scale this fish down. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's transform the fish. Boink. All right. So we got transform open, and we want to shrink it, right? So let's try shrinking it. Grab that little triangle and shrink it down. Actually, let's do that, and then we'll maybe inspect it. So we've got a smaller fish. How big is this fish? I don't know. This dimension from maybe this point to this point. That's 3 inches. Let's say for our sake that this is good, because I don't want to mess around with this fish too much more other than showing you the way, because you're not making a fish, you're making something else. So the first thing we're going to do is extrude the entire box, and we're going to try to leave this sketch right on top of the box. So finish sketch. We're going to hit the check mark and get out of sketch mode. We're going to click extrude. We're going to select basically everything. Got to select this part and this part and this part and this part and even this part. So now we got a nice fish, except it's going the wrong way. So let's just drag it down, and 2 inches is good. So let's just keep it 2. So we should have like a blank fish at this point. And there we go. If you're like me, you can't stand these planes once you get going, so turn off the visibility on all the planes, and I've got my fish here. Looks like I missed this part, but that's probably actually a good thing. So it'll be like a cool little cutout in the box, and I like that. The next step is to go ahead and let's put a plane in. I'm wondering if we can do the same thing in Onshape as we do in Fusion, but let's put this plane in. Okay. Now, is there anything to split this stuff up? No. What's this one? Split. Oh, this is what I want to split. And then entity to split with is this plane. And then we'll say, okay. Well, it's the first time I ever did that. So I'll turn off the boink on the plane, and I'm going to maybe move just this bottom part. So part 2, translate by XYZ. I just want to drag it apart. So just drag it open. Wow. Now I've got the lid and I've got the bottom. You would shell the bottom, but what I really want to show you is how to then, so we've got the sketch. The sketch still has some graphics in it that we want to use. So I'm going to go ahead and extrude. Let's see, we'll do this one, and then we'll skip one, and we'll do these 2. All right, great. And what do we want to do? We don't want to do that. We want to cut. So let's hit remove. And then our distance isn't going to be that. It's just going to be like 0.1. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So now when we look at the box, we have like the texture of the fish. Pretty cool. So we're basically trying to lose the rectangle, and wow, that turned out really good. So that's got a 0.1 thickness. So my insert from this side. Ooh, geez. It's going to be a little difficult because of that cut fin, but I basically want to get an insert that I can then stick in there, and it's got to be a little bit different than the other one. So we'll just leave it at that. If I had to do it all over again, I would have extruded this part too to make this step a lot easier. But remember, that magic number for our 3D printers is 7/1000th of an inch. So you want the width of the side receptacle, the female part, to be 7/1000ths of an inch bigger than the part that's inserting into it. So it has a nice snug fit, holds together, but will be